Good morning, folks. It's 11:21 a.m. Today, on 15th day, 12th month, 2022. I'm often asked, can helicopters ever do deployments? And well, I can show you here they can. This is the Army Power channel. Give them a like when you watch this. Here's a link to what I'm about to show you. It shows many different flare and chaff type deployments, and there is a difference between the two. You get the ban lifted. I never showed nothing wrong. A whole bunch of us got flagged for the exact same video. So I'm going to show you here is a few different things. I'll actually let this some of this run as the helicopter does his big move. As that one does its move. You got a lot of different type of chaff deployments, as they call them, or flares, that are allowed in the artillery method. And as you can see, a helicopter can be quite adept at doing it. There's a big one going there doing a big line that ends up looking like stitches. You can't tell me a plane can't go along and do that, a super jet. Here's one doing a line of chem bombs down there, because those are chemicals. They're in the sky. They're leaving a trail, even though he's doing an exercise. And they're shooting them off. And it has a very toxic effect on the sky. They're doing all sorts of rockety things, ain't it? Does it remind you of anything you see in your skies? From the bottom or from satellite imagery? And as I go further in, because I saw this one. Oh, isn't that interesting? Oh boy, can that do a lot. Oh, look at all those shells. Oh my goodness. Sudden hot spots somewhere? Make a quick high pressure? Now look at these cartridge dispensing modules. So you just can reload real quick. Just stick it on in there, the MDU, Magnetic Distribution Unit. Or Management, excuse me, Distribution Unit. Okay, its glasses off on this time. Right, isn't this interesting? So you're going to go through and look at these things. Hums display. Heads up, something's. So they got all that involved. They can be very precise with this. Look at the trail of the guilt there. Oh my. They're just dropping bombs. Chem bombing. So yes, it is possible for a helicopter to do that. Yes, it's possible for a supersonic jet to do it. And we all know the transport plane can do it. It can do it, man. It's taking your sunshine away. Look at the vortices being created by these interacting with a propeller. It's not a contrail from a jet. These are chemical trails being left by this military thing there. And prove me wrong. It's your big thing. Prove me wrong. Now, I hope the sounds okay. It was passable yesterday. I believe they blocked me for just sharing a video for a laugh. That looks like a MiG. Chem bombs suck, man. That thing is damn sure polluted the sky. Dang sure polluted the sky in this video here. So I popped a link to what I'm watching here on the video. And well, I'm going to pause that. I'm going to go to a smaller screen. I'm going to have a look at some of the chem bombing I see today. And we're going to keep that deployments in mind when we watch some of the skies now. When we use our critical thinking and our eyeballs and our minds at the same time, we might could do what they call discernment. And it's a very important skill to have in a world of illusions. Is the ability to discern the smoke in the mirrors from the honesty. And here over here, the count and the moolah, and you see all the evidence of some terrible chemical deployments in the skies over Australia today. The geoengineering conditions headed towards major population centers. Uh-oh, I have a doorbell ringing. Alright, give me a moment. I'm going to do is my second favorite thing to do. I'm going to run your... it's a patient ring. It might be mail. I'm going to run your forecast here as according to the ECMF. And I'm going to go have a quick look at the front door. This would be a patient. I'm sorry about that, but shared living houses usually do these things. Here we go. Sorry about that. That was package delivery, but I didn't order nothing. Order packages for people with money. Right, that's rolling along, kind of showing you what the weather plan is. But I'm going to get back to what I was doing. That's what you can expect over the next 48 hours here, coming through the wah. Turning it into a wah 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 wah. Yeah, in the wah wah pedal of it all. So you'll be springing into action in the predictable corridors, which I called out to you the other day. So we'll now go have another further look from Warburton to Jameson. It's going to get soggy. I don't really know the lay of the land there, but as the next 24 hours proceeds, the total inundation, the lightning show, the whole hail of it all. Hail to the no geoengineering king kind of shit. And well, that's got to stop. It just stops, as they're predicting a really, really bad line of storms for what'll end up being morning hours of, like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, your time on Saturday. You got more water pouring into your lakes, and this area here is very volatile, totally beamed up over here. Nothing can come in this way. Everything has to come up and around or under. And the merging of the two is what's causing the problems. And as this pulsates that cold in at predictable times and pulsation levels, you'll watch these storms popped up. Let's see if this is working. Well, it looks like I got a few people watching, and hello all you 58. So as we're going to continue along, and I might as well just keep rolling this so I don't have to do it again. It goes into the E, not for excellent. Not adding the turning human into humane. Right along the border. The whole borderline. Yeah, not good. And as the week moves along, we start getting toward Christmas. Yeah, I'm going to really only concentrate on the next 48 hours because I'll be regularly updating. Look which part do I have to coast. Look what's coming down. What's the pressures? Ah, yeah. That's going like that, pulling everything in. The 14 lines are here, making this totally volatile for the coast. It's just looking like you're going to be heading to a soggy Christmas. Yep. Sideways bubble, that way bubble, and a big bubble all the way to here that you can't quite see. That's because it's a really, really long high. It's like they're blowing a toke over this way. And here it is. Hey Hawaii, how you doing? You're directing everything your way. Bit of snow up here, but for all intents and purposes, that should just fuck off. Yeah, all the pressures say it has to. And then pulls into one behind it. What is that there? You got 2 eyeball and a no ball. And a bunch of people with no balls now putting an end to this. From the no ball snowballers. So right, do you want to see the accumulations? You want the good news or the bad news? The good news is that they're not showing a rainstorm there right this minute. That's good news. And the bad news is the words inundation are coming to mind across the entire nation of Australia and the tropical zone in general. Tendril. The only way to get that down is to go full line EMF, and the only way to do that is to do this here. Do the move. Block it off. Block the corridor off, and they're doing it just 100% going on right now. This is happening. The fryer is on. Nothing could come in. None of the flows could get this way. They either got to go north or south, and so they're pulling a tendril in from the tropic. An opposite El Nino effect is going on. They're pulling the tendril from the wrong part of the world. It's the same move. Different location of putting the blocks. And that's going on. You can see and mimic. We're up here. Yeah, you guys are going to get the show. If every one time I post a meme might be my last one, I'm going to give a good one on the way out the door every time. Oh, thank you, Frank, for your very kind support. I don't know if you got my message. I hope you feel better. You sound about as clacky as everybody does. Been terrible breathing on. Bzzzt. How's the earthquakes over here? Oh, right through the center of New Zealand. Now that's not good. Not good at all. But as they hit these moles and these rivers, they've just hit an opposite Nino. You see, they just drive it back that way. The curves are pulsing this way. It's going to back that moisture up. One came through here, backing that up. It's sending a tendril this way. So the only corridors you get are right. Look how look at the block they got off the coast of Australia up here on the east coast, right here. Who's here? It's the Newcastle. It's Newcastle doing that. The Jordan network, not defending missiles, but using it to help in a coordinated land grab attack against every private land owning citizen in the world. And when talks of there's too many people on the earth start going around with talks of useless eaters and people in the old folks' homes going away with toxic attitudes and policies, it's unacceptable to me. People earn the right to have a retirement. It's not just slave and die, slave and die, slave and die as they pulsate you here off the coast of Perth. That ought to be showing up in the clouds. That ought to show up in a big way. That's why. Chem bomb line, big line of shit here coming over Euclid, headed toward Adelaide and all that. Look at that bomb line. Now, nothing really showing up except right here. It is pulsating. The biggest pulsator is the low deck out here, and it's moving. Actually, moving up. That's a stationary pulse. You see that one spot on the low deck? It's not changing color at all while everything else is. Nothing to see here. You after horsing around Kangaroo Islands. Oh, you went there. Look at it all. Look at the crap. This is the guilt written all over the face of Mother Earth while they tell lies. You know, that's what a comet looks like going across the stars. But that kind of looks like a terrible chem formation. Like a whole bunch of something flew along and did stupid. Did stupid. Did stupid. In your skies. Stupid in your sky eyes. Oh, that don't look very healthy. Hey, this doesn't look like a vitamin, man. That don't look like vitamins. Oh, God, look at the military are doing to you. And they sell military stuff. They'll probably even invest in it after they get out. Maybe they want this to go on. Maybe there's... If we follow the money, we're going to find that guy called the Science again. Look at what they're doing under the wing of this one. Right. Chem bombs suck. Private funding of poison and things that are toxic to the environment that make chemical trails suck. And well, if you like that kind of thing, you suck. It must be a shell of chemicals there. Chaff countermeasure. They can call it whatever they want, but I see what it's leaving in the sky. And I do know helicopters can do it. Hey, let's load some more chem bombs there, mister. This is Mr. I'm loading a chem bomb. Right there. And he's probably not even told. It's just fireworks. It's chaff to keep the plane safe and his buddies safe. But he doesn't know that that's a chemical bomb that's going to go off and it'll help influence the weather. He doesn't know that he's going to make something in the sky that will look like a 5G symbol. Look. My God. Chem bomb things suck. The CDM's cartridge dispenser module. Right, let's just talk no more about that because there's nothing to see here. Not seeing nothing. Not seeing. Just bend that paperclip. Tell me how you want Nuremberg yourself some more. As all these chem bombs are burning up your country. One end to the other. From Rockhampton down here to Brisbane. Totally smashed. Totally smashing Caboolture. Totally smashed. You got one big gap here, but that'll close quick enough. Big bombs cluster going off the coast here. Boom, 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 boom. Go to plumes. Scandalous from Warwick, Wollongong, Mount Warren. Totally smashed Lismore, Cuyahoga Casino area. The places that are slated to have some later activity toward Christmas. Jingle fucking balls to all. But when they got you home watching television, I think a lot of propaganda can hear. The big C there in the sky backwards. Or is that a Q? And somebody to rip a piece of it. I don't know. But all I know is that is not a naturally occurring cloud formation. That is 100% positive. And if you think that is, you're a numbnut. You're wearing your ass as a hat every day that you deny the geoengineering programs of this streaming over the microwave plasma clouds that some people say is all that's going on, to the cirrus deck below it with the bomb signatures that we see so often. Boom, 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 with a center point emitting explosions. Artillery methods, something coming along in the line here is shooting off. They're ejaculating things into your sky. Ejaculation is not just a sexual thing. It's as far from sexual unless you're a sadomasochist. And well, I don't, that's not a joy party any of us will be subjected to as I look at this square form storm out here and headed toward New Zealand. It look like a clear circulation to you? No, it is not looking like that to me at all. That is not an I'm loving it. It's a chem bomb. Boom, 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 boom. Drawing a heart out in the Tasman Sea. And I am not loving it at all. Not loving the geoengineering angry looking kabuki face here. Ooh! Yeah, a little data capture there. Over the Jabaji forest there, that didn't look very cool. That was for my Imaginarium photos here. Or I will talk about other topics. Nice and clear here though. Enjoy your vitamin C while you got it, while you're out there fucking the rest of the country with microwaves. I'm gonna burns you're getting out there today might not be from the sun. I hear it's not very helpful to stand in front of the microwave, and I damn sure see you guys are getting fried. There ain't no way around that. What a bunch of vages. Oh, would you look at the guilt here. Full-on pulsing beam from X-Men. That's it. That's a bust. Bzzt. Bzzt. So it allows downslide and it pins all the moisture off your coast. Getting fried, getting fried, getting fried. That's a very controlled spark gap you're making there. I call that beaming. Weather calendar. Yeah, that's the weather plan that tells you that all these days in advance you're going to be fucked in 10 days. There's your weather calendar. You need to get honest. See, from the nothings to the somethings, they're planning something's coming your way at Christmas. Yep. They got a long reach, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at some current radar conditions. Yeah, man, they could do some terriblenesses, man. That was Kenban Joe. Oh. Yeah, but helicopters? I was very surprised, but they'd have to be able to protect themselves too. You know, helicopters got to be able to chem bomb your sky as well. You know, the chem bomb copter right there, doing his thing. And he's breathing it too. That's a shame. We don't even know the long-term effects on this on him. Seeing some squares in the sky there? Wonder what's going on? I'm not. I know what a chem bomb is. I damn sure could spot one as I look at this big old comedy thing flowing and crashing. I'm right back to where I was a few minutes ago. Look at the deployment here. Picking up many military flights out that way. Hey, all you Flight Tracker 24 watchers. Robert, where can I watch Flight Tracker 24? Maybe I'd ask, you want to keep track of planes live? Here, go here. Pay for any premium service you get, and you get better service. Yes, a lot of stuff is hidden from you, you will find out. You will do a lot of determinants. And when you see something suspicious, you will go over to the satellite and you will look. Right? You see a suspiciousness on that site, you'll go look. See, I'm not going to go into that one today. I just wanted to get a link to somebody had asked me. So I've just provided that service to somebody. There's that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. The busted beam. The busted chem bombs. It's a big deployment line there. Big bomb lines here going in all sorts of crazy weather direction. You have that craziness of your weather. The weather ain't crazy. It's crazy to suggest that we could be Mother Nature. It's crazy to suggest you could out-God God. You can't out-God God by playing God. God will show up and show you who God is. A lot of things look like stone giants out there. I think God showed up one day. And well, when they wagging the dog over, wagga, 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 wagga over here, feeling like the Freyer's not quite on as much in you, they're going to create a storm there. That's a corridor for wind. I'm watching this pulse come through here. Over ooh la ooh la. You feeling crooked crook? Getting a bet in bed? You dare sure get you fried, and not a single time the singleton and the smudgies over mudgy. They seem to be dissipating as that last bomb goes off, just to tickle my fancy here, just to really irritate me. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last bomb. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 long sustained chemical bombing of Mudgee. It's just not a nucleation of Cirrus Cloud. If you believe that, you need to further investigate what I'm talking about. It's firework explosion. That's artillery method. That is wrong to be doing to these people, and that just happened at 8 o'clock this morning my time. Oh my god, it's been hours. I can get extra frames. Shall we have them? You fucking know we will. So we get extra data, the data. Hey Data, how you doing? Did they make us one AI back then? Data was a cool AI, wasn't it? Was it sentient? I'm having a lot of questions of myself, seeing all these AI TV shows out there. A lot of philosophical questions about consciousness being debated and a lot of stuff. Hey, some of you are your best lover in life's been your AI created dildo, so don't tell me you don't love it. Some of y'all literally are loving it. You're loving it. So don't go there. Don't go there. Billion-dollar industry set up making you loving it. Vortex here, one coming in at a side angle over here. You think your climate's being forced just a little bit? Do you think the geoengineerings are possibly changing the climate right now to sell something that gives them money? You know, when you go to the money, it leads to the science. The science should just be the science. It just should. And at the very end, he burps out one last quadcopter of fucking chem bombs at the very end. I saw it. Here, watch. See if we could just get this to clear. See it at the very end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming out of the clouds. More and more, 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 more. Keep deploying in front of it. Keep getting new clouds. Alright, as I'm backing it up. What a big deployment there. Shockwave of an explosion could pin something down. Something on the low deck, something on the high deck, something on that. Boy, is that going to be a lightning show out there. And some chem crap here constantly being deployed inland here. Look here. Look here. Open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4 tickles there. Chem bomb being deployed here. Right, I'm moving 10 minutes forward. Boom. And then backwards. How many directions of the wind do you have there suddenly? That's creeping chem bomb, man. All this should be going that way. And that's coming in. And that's going out. It's the impossible flow. 2 different layers of the atmosphere getting sprayed simultaneously in different directions. That's my only explanation. And then that layer's different, than this layer's different, than that layer's different, than that. You got 6 layers of cake being sprayed simultaneously and fried individually. This takes a lot of doing. That took a lot of doing. But it hadn't occurred yet. Not in this image. Hashtag exposed to 28. They've used this area here to hide their guilt. Shame. Shame, shame. Shame, 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 shame. Shame. A little bit of a swirl of that. bomb there. See the cluster? Start learning to read them. Triple, triple. Like the Delta Formation. Why is it green around there now? Getting fried over Mildor. Not quite as bad as they are the other way. And you got shit headed to you now. Big streamers of absolute toxic. Look at all the sand that's whipped up in this. That's sand. It was much clearer the day before. So you can expect sand to be settling your way. It's going to create some incredible sunset pictures. So look west and take me some shots. We'll see the purples and the greens tonight headed that way during this line, especially down here, around here at sunset tonight. Look out. You're going to get the show. But that's a toxics, guys, because the toxiflyers have been very, very busy. And the EMF has whipped up the sand. And that'll head toward the... let's see what day is it today? Thursday, Friday. That'll toxify the air for the weekend, actually. Yeah, when you're not scheduled to get any huge rains. You will get some of your afternoon stuff that you normally get. Hey, look. That's not a naturally occurred cloud formation over there near Eastvold. Gee, that sounds very Australian. But all the names might be changed to the Germans, Rockhampton, the Schwabville. And then they bend over the front of the peg. Yes, we got some good. We get them very good. Yeah, we will get them to pay for the military stuff. And we will train them. We will train them to do our work for us. To do our work. To chem bomb your skies in very evenly spaced rows of chem deployments. To come on down the skies. To show it off. To spend the money. To toxify your skies. Whammo. Degenerated X. Suck it, suck it, suck it is what I'm seeing in that. You enjoying your show so far today, folks? I'm happy to be back online. Really, it was boring yesterday. Yeah, they don't give me that day back. They should give me a get out of jail free card. Because they punished me for a day that I didn't deserve any punishment for. I gotta stand in my room again. How dare they be ruining my adulthood, my adult delinquency. It's definitely a very delinquent. I'm overdoing this adulthood, you know. So fuck it, man. I ain't gonna look for my shadow anymore. I can't find it. All I find is the shadow government sitting there with a guy called the money, and a guy called the science, and they're smoking cigars and wearing red shoes made out of human skin. Look into that one, the Red Shoe Club. Look into it. You got so much stuff you're gonna find out as you drop this veil of what was called your reality. It realized that there have been so many lies bent on money, from buildings falling at free fall speed that you were told collapsed due to a plane hitting them. Building 7 never got hit by a plane, but yet it was told it had fallen 20 minutes before it did by a BBC News. Now I knew something was being lied about because I was in America that day. What a shame to disgrace all those firemen and kill them to get what you want. Look at all the bombs going off up here in the tropics. All at once. Simultaneous plumination. Chem bombs suck. And they're lying about this, saying it's needed, saying the globe is warming, but really, microwave a cup of water and see what happens. Well, the microwaves are on, there's water in the atmosphere, what's happening? How hot is it up there today? Fucking roasting. I'm hearing this roasting. You put a frying pan outside in the sun and cook an egg in it. I'm watching this microwave deployment here with a bomb on the edge to keep whatever is needed in the atmosphere to help propagate the waveform. Used to be aluminum, barium, and strontium, but you know, things have come a long way since that research was done. And we got to keep on top of things every day. As I go backwards, watching the creation of a cloud, right? By geoengineers. Now this is moving, everything's moving this way, right? Yet that's still tracking that direction. That's telling me something is being propelled. Isn't that what it says to you? Use your logical mind. And you could not believe in geoengineering all you want. But if you just to say in your mind if you say it was going on, would you want this to go on? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Would you want this to go on over this reef, exploding things you ain't told about, coming out in all these weird angle directions like I showed you that these things can do? They can do this. They can make your skies doo-doo so quick. It can be done. It's being done. And this broadcast is now done. I'll be back later. Big love. Peace.